Rear seat shouldn't be hard. Just a bunch of O-rings or hog rings all around the edges. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them all. So I already took off all the hog rings around the cushion, and now I'm focusing my attention on here. You will have a hog ring right here and right here mirrored on the other side, which goes through the seatbelt hole, and then you just push it in. Yeah, sorry about the poor lighting. Power actually went out because of the heavy rain we're having. We had windstorm, or like I don't know, it was very windy yesterday night, and so we've had no power since like, I don't know, 2 in the morning. But like, it's already like 3 in the afternoon and we still have no power. But you know, keeping myself busy for now, so I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I flipped it over, and there's gonna be about 8 here. There's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I uncover this, you will see some of them. There's one right there. There's another one right there. And there's another one right there. And so we're just gonna work our way all around. It's gonna be the same thing on this side. There's none right here in the middle, so all we have to focus on are the low points, which it's a square and this square. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Don't wanna bore you guys to death. So I already got those off. Got those removed. Now we're gonna do the back ones. There's one right there. Another one over here. Just keep repeating the process. So this should give you guys a better idea. There was only one on the side that has the seat belt, so it's probably gonna be the same thing over there. But you can see right here points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 points total. So there you have it. Finally removed it. So let's go ahead and discard the leather one and throw away our old hog rings and get our new JDM one. So now we're just reversing everything. We're gonna start from the back, clamp, 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 and just work our way around, and then go to that side, and then flip it over, get the seatbelt covers, and then get all the edges. So it's a boring process, but you know, there's some people that don't know how to do this, and I just want to make a quick video, so I can give them a general idea as to what they're doing. So I ran into an issue with the seat cover. I don't know if this is because it's a leather seat or something, but basically the square cutout for the cloth seat is much larger than the one used for the leather seat. So you can see I basically got the sides and the back, but what's happening is it's overlapping the square way past the rod. So you can see here's the rod and here's the rod for the cloth, and it's way off. And if I squeeze it in, it's just gonna stay wrinkled out here. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna stretch it as much as I can over this, and just hope that it looks good. If not, then I'm gonna have to go to the junkyard and get one off, a cloth one, because this foam is for a leather seat, which is the one I took off right now. I don't think it's gonna be a huge issue or a huge deal for me, because honestly, no one's gonna be sitting in the back. No one will ever be sitting in the back. The only reason I got the back was because the guy sold it to me really cheap, and they were on eBay for the longest time. So I sent him an offer, and he didn't refuse it, and I thought he was actually going to refuse it or counter me, and he didn't. He just accepted it. So I basically paid $100 for the rear seat covers, the bottom portion and the back portion. But here's the old square cutout for the cloth one, and you can see if I were to put it in here, you can see the square is way past the thing for the US foam. I don't know if this is going to be a US or Japan foam issue, or just because it's a leather going to cloth situation. But regardless, I'm gonna see how bad or how good it looks. If it looks good, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not even gonna go to the junkyard and get one. But if it looks bad, I'm gonna go see if the junkyard square for a cloth seat is much larger than the leather one. But for now, I'm just gonna keep going and hope it looks good. So once you flipped it over, now we're gonna focus on all the outside ones. And that's about what I'm doing, is just connecting them to the rods right there. Right there. It's basically all around. Just a small little update. Just a lot of patience, guys. Just a lot of patience, but they're all going on really easy. And you want to get, you guys want to get one that has the reloadable like that real quick. I saw another one on Amazon that was a lot cheaper that you had to put one by one manually. That's gonna take you forever. Just get this one. It's a little bit more, but it's worth it. It's worth it, guys, because there's been a couple of times when I do mess up and you get irritated, and with this is you could do it quick again. Otherwise you're gonna be like stuck reloading it, and it's just gonna take a long time. But I'm gonna take a break off from this, and I'm gonna focus on these flaps over here. Basically they stretch out to the points right here. Right here's a rod, and then there's another rod over here, so they're gonna stretch like that, and we're just gonna clamp it like that. So there you guys have it. I already clamped it. It doesn't have to match with the hole. I'm pretty sure this is because it's cloth. Did the same thing over here, and got enough space for the seatbelt hole. So good to go. Let's do the other side and keep going all across or all around. And just like that, I'm finally done. My God, that took forever, but I really hope the steamer, I'm going to use my steamer, and I really hope the steamer removes all these creases and just make it look a little bit nicer. But regardless, this is a huge upgrade from the leather. I'm happy. So now I'm going to do the rear portion of the back, and we're going to remove this cover where the lock mechanism is at, and you're going to have a bunch of the hog rings again. This one shouldn't be too hard because the hog rings aren't in that hard of a place to access, so hopefully this one's a lot easier. And let's get started removing all these hog rings. So now we flipped it over and we got a couple of hog rings. You can see this is the back, and you got a hog ring right here, right there, and then you have one right here and right there, over there, and pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're just gonna take our tool again, step by step, and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. So I already got all the hog rings installed. You can see them. Really easy stuff, guys, really easy stuff. Well, let's move on. Let's start wrapping it up. So for the bottom piece, I had to roll up the rod a couple of times so that it meets with the stock rod on the foam, because it was coming up all over here, the rod. So what I just did is I rolled it up until I got here, clamped it. Now the bottom part is good. So let's focus on these right here. We're gonna probably have to roll it up a little bit and clamp it, same deal. So there you have it. I rolled it up a couple of times, met it with the rod, clamped it, and now it's good. Could probably clamp that right there, actually. So now we're gonna put these tabs back where they go, because from the looks of it, we might be able to use the old overlay and crimp it on the rod right here. So we probably don't even need to use the glue to glue the fabric back on how it was on the stock GT leather. So let's put those tabs back on, and I'm just gonna put this back on top. I'm probably gonna cut the hole and just put this right there so that it looks somewhat decent. So anyways, we're gonna start putting the cover back on. Got the rear already installed. Oh, and check out all the wires. I Check out this shit. Shut up! I hear you. Anyways, all this wire. Holy crap. Audio heads, man.